Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Wow, I just had to do this video before I left for the day. Two in one. I want to discuss what a billionaire said, and this billionaire is Weinstein, what he's doing for his people with all this talk about people, with condos, the assessments that are going on from 22,000 to 60,000. I discussed that on the Simply Set channel number 2, Simply Set 2. And I want to just kind of give you an update of what one person said they're going to do. He's a billionaire, he owns some condos, and food for thought. The second part, you're probably like, well, what's Kobe Bryant's parents on the screen? And you're talking about a billionaire? Whoo, that's part number 2. I'm going to say this. Let me get the billionaire story over real quick. Then I want to get to what was said about Kobe Bryant. I'm not a fan of sports, not a fan of Kobe Bryant. A statement was made that was thought provoking. As a matter of fact, I mean, it's one of those things like for the past 2 days, it's like, dang, you said that? You think that? So if you're a Kobe Bryant fan and if you are easily triggered, I'm just telling you what the person said, okay? And we'll get to it, but this is not going to be the video for you. I don't want you getting upset all up in your feelings. No, we're doing all that, okay? I'm just telling you what was said. I thought it was thought provoking. I don't necessarily agree with it, but each its own. So I'm just letting you know, giving you a warning now. When I get to when I get to the Kobe Bryant part, which is gonna be like really soon, don't this may not be for you. I don't need your drama, your heat, okay? Trying to be nice. No, but I'm very serious. Because some people get easily triggered and we're all entitled to our opinion. This just kind of bothered me. I guess it's kind of talk about think outside the box. Let's get to this part right here. The not so fun, this part here. So here's a condo, I believe in Pinellas County, and the assessment is now $60,000. Hey, they got a payment plan for you, $11,000 per month. Yeah, I think that's one of the payment plans. So basically, these are condos, the HOA, because of the new law in Florida, you have to have a certain amount in your coffers. So the HOA at this particular place, I believe, has gone from $575 a month. Not bad, HOA, deed restricted community. Now the HOA is $1,200 a month. On top of that, everybody's got a $60,000 assessment. People say, well, they're gonna put a lien on your property. Yep, they're gonna put a lien on your property, and you're gonna have to show the lien up out of there, because the HOAs, they will take the property. This isn't the HOAs will take the property. Okay, foreclose. So this man, I'm going to call him Weinstein because that's his group. He is a billionaire. He owns some condominiums, and he's got mainly his people there, Weinstein, their group there. And he said what he's going to do, because he doesn't want his people to lose their homes, they can't afford assessments. So again, but it's not this property here. I'm just showing you this is one like 60K assessment. So this man is a billionaire. He has another property. He has a property rather, not this one, and it's some condominiums. So he says he knows a lot of people can't really afford the assessments that is needed. And he said, quote, he's going to help his people. Now, when he said that, and me being a minority, African American, in this country, he said, it was someone said, oh, well, that sounds kind of racist. But I'm like, well, I mean, it is his people. That's what he's saying. That's what he's doing. He said he's going to help his people. He's going to go ahead and put the money in for the cost that is needed because he's a billionaire. Then he said, on top of again, it's not this complex here. It's the one that he owns. Then he said, with regard to the HOA, if they cannot afford the HOA, he said for his people that are residing in his condominium complex, he said what he's going to do, he's not going to put them out. He said he is not going to have them to lose their homes. He'll just keep tabs. So then, like some of them are elderly, so when they pass on, he said he'll then go ahead and just settle up with the heirs. Be it they can sell the condo, then pay the back arrears, okay? Or they can just, pay him the arrears and keep the condo and transfer it. But he said he's not going to have his people to lose their property. Wow. And of course, someone got to come ask him. Then someone says to me, you think anybody You think anybody black is doing this for their group? Because like we'll talk one on one. Because I'm not gonna have a conversation in a group setting. So I said, first of all, because it was like you got a whole lot of black men are successful. I said, first of all, if you notice, most of those men are successful. They don't. It's a lot of them marry outside the group, and then they try. And from what I can see, again, it's my opinion, so I give my answer. So from what I can see, they try to latch on with the different group, that culture, or the woman that they're with. So, and I don't know many of them that have condos that are owned, and even if it is, I'm not aware of them, that would do something like that. Now you've got Ti and Tiny; they just provide affordable housing, and I just found two young black men that are, I believe, athletes. They're like, hey, we're going to provide affordable housing, and we're not. It's going to be built new from the ground up, not some fixer up or dilapidated building and patching up. So that, I think that's great. But I'm like, but you're saying like billionaires in China, they're not billionaires, they're like millionaires, from my understanding. But billionaires doing this? No, I don't. I'm like, again, when most black men get to that level, they marry outside the group. What makes you think they're going to go ahead and care about the group? And let you know, it's not about saying, hey, I fell in love with a person that doesn't look like me, but I still love my people. They're not going to do that. Because Weinstein, this guy's doing it for his people. He's a billionaire. I don't see that happening. Do I see some little movement? Like I said, Ti and Tiny, those two young black men, I forget their names. I should have had the article pulled up. But are you serious? What that man is doing, he is preserving their wealth. Because I'm telling you, with these assessments, a lot of people, I don't care what nationality you are going to lose those homes. Oh, the foreclosures are coming. And let me guess, somebody big, a hedge fund, going to show up and snap it up, and then they may change things and start renting them out. Yeah, I can say how it's going to play out. Those condos are not going to be sitting there. You are basically looking at a wealth transfer. And I hate to tell you, this law that's put into effect, if you just look at that, and these assessments are not financially feasible, don't forget, that's for this year. What's next? Then the HOA might go up again. Oh my goodness. You pay in the bank, that amount could change. So you're getting ready to see a mass exodus. I kid you not. 60K? So yes, he asked me, do you think that's possible? Anybody they're gonna do for black people? No, I don't. You already saw what happened with Oprah and the movie. And our people, it works differently. Because if we find out that you're a billionaire, I hate to say this, let Oprah Winfrey have a building that's a condo and all black tenants. That's not going to happen. I don't see it, but I hate to say this. What would more than likely happen? This may sound crazy, by her being Oprah Winfrey, knowing that there are cultures within cultures in this group, I guarantee you somebody will be like, well, I ain't gonna pay because Oprah owns it. It doesn't work that way. So we have a lot of dysfunction in our group. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can see that happening. I'm not paying it. Who owns it? Well, especially if a black woman owns it. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. It just would go differently. So yeah, but no, I don't think it's going to happen. So this is how I'm linking the two. So this lets you know what they think about their culture. Again, that man said he's what? He's not going to have them lose their property. He's going to make sure, and it's something, if an older person dies, well, guess what? The HOA will work with that later. But at least they'll have something. So that right there, this is right now, these people, if they can't afford the assessment, they're going to be homeless. And it's going to put a hell of a dent in the generational wealth. I can promise you that. That's going to be done. If the one has to pass it down becomes homeless, what's next? That's done. So you are looking at, this is here going to create a major wealth transfer. The rich will become richer, middle class, you're out. So that lets you know what they think about their culture and their people. It speaks volumes. So, yeah, so the guy had mentioned, he said, oh, well, like all those rich athletes, Kobe Bryant, he was wealthy. And that's what brought this song where we are with Kobe Bryant. So we all know who Kobe Bryant was with the Lakers and all that fun stuff. Here's Kobe Bryant's parents. So he said, you got all those rich black men. He said that they probably will do something like that for the people because, this is major. I want to say boy, Negro, but I can't say it because the person is not black. It's like, are you serious? Weinstein, bro, are you serious? So I mentioned Kobe Bryant. I'm like, well, he's deceased. And I'm like, he left all the money to his wife, Vanessa. Close to $1 billion. I said, so his wife is not black, it's a Latino woman. They identify with white. What do you think? He's like, so that lets you know the woman is in it for her. Her husband was black, Kobe, an opportunity. You think? Take it, girl. But she didn't know about the black community. And if her husband wasn't, why should she be? What did he do for the BC when he was alive? So you think all of a sudden some black men gonna all of a sudden grow a pair of love, grow a pair and say, oh, I love my people, gotta do something. Heck no, this is not that group. So this lets you know, if a person does this for people, that billionaire Weinstein, and that's not his real name, I'm just saying because that's of his nationality, as you can obviously gather. If he does that for strangers, but people of his culture, what does that tell you? They have a love for each other. He doesn't want to see them down. He's like, hey, I'm a billionaire and I can't take it with me. He's going to handle to make sure that assessment is taken care of. Now, the HOA is on them. Well, if they don't have it, that's okay. You can still stay there. He said he will not have them to lose their homes. And they will have generational wealth. They can pass it down to the kids and sell up then. But he is not going to have a whole bunch of Weinstein people out in the darn streets because they can't afford the assessment. And that condo that he has, the complex, it's like, let's see, 98% Weinstein. 98%. So you see how they think? Talk about building. We can't even get the basics down of family and doing life insurance. So here's where it gets kind of interesting. Now I'm going to get to what he said about, let me play this right here first, okay? And I'm going to tell you what he said about Kobe again. Some people are triggered. It might, their religious thing, beliefs. I'm letting you know what he said. I didn't say it, so don't come jumping down my throat. But first, here's Kobe's parents, and here's the statement that was made by Umar. Just listen. You don't have to like the man, but I'm not small-minded. He started for interracial marriage. Hell, I'm in an interracial marriage. Okay? So, but I'm not small-minded. Well, he said one thing, and I don't like that guy. That's small-minded. No. There are people I like and deal with, but heck, it's business. So for people like, what about that school and about that school? But I'm going to go ahead and school you on this right here, what some people think. So listen to this clip, then I'm going to get to the statement that was made. Again, it's very controversial, so I'm giving you the warning. After this clip, it's on.
But Kobe's mother and father just sold his NBA championship ring. Why? Because they need capital to live. They're elders. They need some money. From what I've heard, Vanessa Bryant ain't giving them a dime. Kobe Bryant left her almost $1 billion, and you mean to tell me that you don't have enough decency, enough respect to float Kobe Bryant's mother and father $1 million? Even if it's one time, Art. I don't really like y'all. I don't really mess with y'all. Y'all son told me not to be bothered with y'all, but because you are his parents. Because he would have never existed without you. Because if y'all don't give birth to Kobe Bryant, he never becomes my husband. I'm never in this financial position. Because of that, let me give you $1 million. Let me throw him $5 million. I'm not giving you no more, but I'm going to give you $5 million, but you can't come back again. She won't even throw them $1, bro.
Why can he throw him? And I understand, he may have done this. Compared to what he left Vanessa, his wife, that's nothing. Like somebody, they gave you $10. Well, they gave that one $50,000. I'm supposed to jump up in there because I got $10? You can keep that. Seriously? So who set the stage? Kobe? Who set the stage? I would say Kobe. You the money maker. Again, as I said on my on the Patreon, you basically, when you do what you want to do, but don't. What I see this community does, they're just building for Becky. You can invest in them and do all you want to. You just building for Becky. Becky, Keisha, Beckalina, Beck Wong, whatever you want to call it. You're building for Becky. So on the subject of Kobe, and here's finna drop. So if you're a Kobe Bryant fan, you want to go all crazy and all of that, I'm counting to three in this song. 1, 2, 3. So when we talked about that with Kobe Bryant, I said he left the money to his wife. I said leave his parents anything. I said close to $1 billion. I said he could have left him 100 million. What's that? He could have left him this 10. What's $1 million? That'll go real fast. He could have, for them to be older and live comfortably. He could have left him $100 million. I mean, seriously? What the heck is 50 million? You couldn't even do that. People doing what they want to do. Again, keep on building for Becky. That's what the black community does when you invest in a lot of these men. So check out what he said. He said, well, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah. I said, I knew it. I said, yeah, we talk about it in our spaces. All the money was left to the wife. He didn't leave the parents. They didn't even get $5-10 million. And that's a drop in the bucket compared to leaving somebody close to $1 billion. So you know what he said? I said, so basically, I said, before he died in a helicopter crash, he could have done something. People do what they want to do. There seems to be a rift. They were telling him not to marry the girl, and he married the girl, and all this drama. So that speaks volumes. And he was like, well, if it was for parents, Kobe, I said, yep, they raised him, took care of him. I never heard about him. Oh, had to starve. Nope, they had a nice, decent family unit, is my understanding. And he's like, and he still didn't take care of him compared. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So what do you expect him to do for the black community? It's like, are you really serious? But that's typical. I've heard of some sports guys buying their parents a home, and then some renting mama a home. I don't get it. Why would you rent one? Just buy two and give it a darn deed. So that is when he said to me, which changed everything. I went radio silent. He said, because, and again, he said, not me, he said, because Kobe Bryant did not take care of his parents that raised him and took care of him. He said to me that the helicopter crash was his karma. I'm like, what? I'm like, it was a crash. It just happened. The guy died with his child and some other people on board. He goes, no. The helicopter crash, that was his karma, dying early for not taking care of his parents that were good to him. It's still shocking to me. And this was on, Friday? He said, yeah, that's how it works. That was his karma. I thought, wow. Because to me, that sounds so severe. I mean, I believe in karma. I do. Doesn't happen all the time. H to the no. Something happened. That in Palm Beach, the ending. I should have updated on that. Wow. Sometimes karma comes. People pulling shady deals, little trickery on that person that came back. I still can't believe it. You can go from a mansion to millions of dollars you got it made to basically homeless. I rack my brain. I don't, but I guess karma came for that person. Anybody would have told me that? Who in Palm Beach? Never happened. Never. Huh. But this here, so I do believe in karma. I'm going through a deal right now. Which I'm not going to talk about. Oh, that's exhausting. Me and a rich person going at it about money, a person trying to take from me, basically trying to steal from me. You're already rich. A little person like me, couple $100,000, you're going to siphon it out for me. I want to say something, but I can't. You, ooh, woo. I'm not gonna go there. Woosah, back to the subject. And that's money that I really need. It's mine. You, ooh, wait, if I could say something. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so back to this, what he said. And so we'll see how that turns out. And I hope that person gets some karma. I sure do. I pray they get it. Hurting me. But anyway, this right, yeah, because that's, I mean, it's mine and I do need it. Shoot. But anyway, he said Kobe Bryant's death, that helicopter, was karma for him not taking care of his parents. Again, I believe in karma. I'm not saying that. I just hearing that to me was really kind of, I don't want to say gruesome. It's so severe. I'm like, you really think that? He goes, oh yeah, that's his karma. And I think maybe the people, maybe in that group, I guess that tells you how much that person holds them in esteem. Because I know their finances. Whew, it was a dream, a dream. I guess that's how they hold their family such high regard. So what do you all think? I just think, like I said, I believe in karma, but I just think that's like so severe, man. I mean, that's just like, to me, I thought about that. I was like, that's kind of like, it's scary to me. It's you. I mean, I just, all I'm gonna say, my belief is, unfortunately for him and his daughter and the other ones who perished on board, I just think it just happened. It happened. It crashed. Airplanes crashed. I'm not gonna say, oh, that's those people's karma, but when he said that, he said, oh yeah, that's his karma. I Oh man, I just, it's profound. So maybe I just think that's a little tough to call. That's like really ouch. I mean, a whole life. But yeah, he said his opinion. He said he thinks that's Kobe Bryant's karma for not taking care of his parents. So some people, they really, really believe in family and that honor. But it's easy to say when you have people around you despite your differences, but everybody's taking care of each other. Having disagreements, but I notice everybody's taking care of each other. They don't let their own down. I see that with people with money in other cultures. As I told a friend of mine, it's like living in a whole new world compared to Blackistan. As a black person, I see that. Caucasian people, Jewish people, I see that on other families. I see it on my husband's side. Wow. And then I look at how we operate. And to be honest, sometimes it saddens me. It really does. You see how sometimes black people operate? We're trying to compete and tear each other down. And they're sitting up here trying to help build theirs up. Sad. I see how the men operate. Mm-hmm. If something happens, don't have to worry about a darn thing. It's already planned out. So that's how they hold esteem for their people. The billionaire not going to let those people lose their homes. He's not going to have them homeless out in the street, out of those condos. So he's going to make sure also that the generational wealth continues. It tells you a lot about how they think about their people. And for him to say that what happened to Kobe Bryant was his karma for not taking care of his parents, I thought it was weird. I thought it was extreme, to be totally honest with you. But then when I stand back and I look at how they take care of each other, they're really serious about family thing. They are really serious about their legacy. They have meetings. If this happens, you know to go to the envelope. You know to go to the envelope. Everything's lined out. This right here, this property, even dating someone. That's going to be a different video, but let me know what you all think. I just I was like, wow, that one just kind of hit out of nowhere. He said he think that the helicopter crash was Kobe Bryant's karma. Ew. That is so extreme to me. It's frightening. So maybe I'm just a little sensitive. I just thought, like I said, I'm not a fan. It's not about that, but just a human perspective to say that. If that's how it works, wow. But again, I just don't subscribe to that. But to each his own. So what do you all think? I just think that was way extreme to me. I was like, wow, you really think that? Oh, yeah, that was his karma. Not taking care of his mom and dad. Huh. So, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share what I had to do this video. It went longer than I anticipated. But that's what he said. I just thought, wow, that is really like, woof. I mean, we're talking about a person not being here anymore. He said that is his karma. Dang. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out. Oh my